Hey guys, welcome to Dwarvenkegger. It's Rob. Today we're going to be doing pairings part 2. If you notice, I'm a little sick, so I've got a little bit of a congestion thing going on here. Never mind that shit. I'm still cool, still with it. Alright, so tonight we're going to be reviewing a pairing with Kugel's Creamy Dark, which is like essentially a porter, dark lager porter, and then a ruby beer, the English Hobgoblin ruby beer. I've picked two pretty awesome cheeses. These particular beverages will go with both. So let me just walk you through what I have here on the board. So on the board, we have a semi-hard gruyere, which is it's really good with fruits. It's really good with the English ruby beer because it's a little hoppy, so it goes really well with that because the hoppiness, the fruitiness of beer goes really well with this one. Then I've got some sweet and savory bar mix nuts. So there's some almonds and some peanuts in there, and it's got like a sweet and salty. Sweet and savory or whatever mix on it, and it's a little bit spicy as well, which is wonderful. We've got our wafers as always because it's nice to cleanse your palate in between with something that has absolutely no flavor. A wafer. And then our next cheese is a gouda. Now a gouda is a little softer than a gruyere, and the flavor profile is a little softer as well. It's not as in your face as a Gruyere cheese. So it's a lot of people smoke a Gouda because it holds flavor better. So it pairs well with something a little bit more mellow, kind of like the Creamy Dark. It takes on the flavor of the Hobgoblin really well also. And then this right here is a fruit and yogurt cluster and nut and chocolate and seed granola, which is really good for this as well because the Gouda pairs really well with this. So you guys might remember the Hobgoblin from when Tanner and I, one of our very first reviews, we did this. It's still to this day one of my favorite beers. And we've also done the Kugel's Creamy Dark in review as well. All right, so let's get into it then. So with, I'm going to go ahead and, the only one I'm going to open today is the Hobgoblin. Roughly because I'm sick and I don't want anything super dark. So I'm going to take a little bit of this Gruyere with it. Yeah, so even though I can't taste very well, I get the fruitiness of this ruby beer. This more of a, it's more malty right now, and the Gruyere really knocks out the malts with it. Yeah, that's beautiful. So another thing, another usage of Gruyere, if you guys are curious on what you can use it to and what you can use it for when you cook. A traditional Mornay sauce, which is like a cheese sauce, essentially. You use shredded Gruyere in it. It's more of it gives it more of a rounded flavor because you have cream and you use a roux to thicken it. So you got butter and flour in it. You've got an onion piquet. I don't know if you guys know what that is or not, but you steep it in the cream and milk, and it's an onion with a bay leaf attached to it with 2 cloves. It's pretty, it's pretty French. It's also really good if you cut it into sheets and you melt it on like a nice burger or something like that. If you're in a restaurant, you could upcharge $4 for a slice of Gruyere. It's pretty cool. Now, to move along to the Gouda. Gouda is one of my favorite cheeses. It's very creamy. It's very mild. you get a lot of notes of like nuts in this one. It's kind of the nutty cheese. I know it's weird saying that. Accurate, but weird. And it kind of brings out like the maltiness of this. It makes it more mellow. Like it makes it almost like a walnut kind of a flavor. Yeah, I mean, it's wonderful. So for Gouda, obviously you guys know you can put Gouda on a burger. You can put Gouda on, well, anything and make it good. One of my favorite things to use Gouda for is if I'm making, like a chicken cordon bleu club. Instead of using Swiss, I'll use Gouda because it's not as sharp as Swiss, but it melts better. It pairs better with your bacon and your ham, and just, oh, it's so good. So good. And it's really good with honey mustard, like dipping it in honey mustard or whatever. I'm not going to know because I like it. Now, I put the Gouda and the Gruyere on with these guys because it also pairs really well with sweeter things like chocolate, but it pairs really well with like salty, savory things like this, like these nuts and almonds and shit. So this is really just kind of an overview of what I think would pair well with this. I try to use beers that we've done before so that you guys kind of see that, we still drink them. We're not just sitting them to the wayside and not, having them anymore. Before I forget, guys, like, subscribe, hit that little bell at the bottom. Follow us on Instagram, on Facebook for all of our shenanigans. If you feel like it, we're not necessarily telling you have to or anything, but if you feel like it and you want to, by all means, please visit our Patreon page. Donate a little bit, and we'll give you some exclusive content. It'll be pretty cool for us, and probably for you if you guys enjoy this. Anyway, so we're back to this a little bit. Gruyere is a very versatile cheese. It's a little bit on the higher end price-wise. Gouda you can get for almost nothing. If you guys want to put together a little cheese board like this, that's cool. I might even do a video on me making a cheese board for you guys. Maybe a cheese and charcuterie, which is like cheese and cured meats, obviously. Just let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I want to give a shout out to all of our patrons. Thank you guys so much for your support. We really appreciate it. I look forward to seeing you guys again next week. Sorry I wasn't around last week, but I had some stuff come up. Thanks a lot to everybody, and cheers. I put you in my mouth again.